Hey everyone, Star Wars just released a teaser for Star Wars The Last Jedi, which is the 8th episode of the saga, and everyone is going nuts, including me. Now, the first thing that we see in the whole trailer is a black screen, and out of nowhere, a hand comes down onto the stone. And it's obviously Rey's hand. We see her gasping for air, and then the screen blacks out again. And we hear Mark Hamill's voice, Luke Skywalker's voice saying, breathe. And believe me, just like Rey, I couldn't. I don't think anybody could. We then see a wide view of the sea and an island. Now, this I think is the planet of Acto, where the first Jedi temples were located. According to the rumors and the stories about Luke Skywalker, he disappeared looking for the first Jedi temple. Now, we seem to be picking up exactly where we left off in the last movie, with Rey standing in front of Luke Skywalker, her hero, her idol. And I think there'll be some kind of a showdown between them, because Rey's seen falling down and gasping, and she doesn't seem completely herself. She's completely shocked. So I think there'll be some kind of a fight between them, with Luke not completely accepting her right away. However, he will eventually accept her as his student, as his young Padawan, and we'll progress from there with him training her to be a Jedi, with him teaching her how to use the force that is within her to her strength, how to hone it into power. Then we see her trying to control the pebbles and stones in front of her through the force within her, and I think it's either her trying to show Luke that she's worth it, that she's worth him teaching and training her, or that she is in training and Luke is actually teaching her. But I think the audio and the visuals are not completely related, so this might be one of those moments where in the beginning she's actually trying to prove herself. When he does finally train her, he asks her to concentrate on the force and asks what does she see, and she says light, and we see a visual of General Leia staring into the galaxy at a base of the resistance, probably. Now, that's a really cool symbolism, because Princess Leia has always been on the side of the good, on the light side. She's never had the pull towards the dark side that Anakin or Luke felt. When she says darkness, we see the smashed mask that Kylo Ren wore in the last movie. It's completely broken and shattered. So that is the symbolism for darkness, that he is the dark while his mother is the light side. We then see a bookshelf in the first temple of the Jedi, and these are the tomes that contain all the information that the First Order of Jedi recorded, their knowledge on the Force, their views about it, and how they think that the Force should be used. Luke has been in search of all this information, and we hear Rey mentioning the balance between the light and the darkness. We get a visual of the original Jedi Order symbol. The Jedis were all about maintaining peace and balance before the Clone Wars, after which they got completely messed up. Luke tells us that it's so much more than that, and we see Rey training like a ninja with Anakin's lightsaber as Luke watches over her. We get a blast of music, and a jet strikes into the ground, bleeding red. Now, this actually is a planet where the soil is in fact red. So whenever the jet strikes the ground, the fumes come off red because of the dust, and gives us a beautiful visual. Next up, Poe and BB-8 are rushing towards an emergency, so I guess it's safe to say that there's an attack on the base. We get the sight of Poe's black X-Wing seconds before it's blasted off. We see that Finn is still recovering from something. Now, it could be the injury that he took in the climax of the last movie, or something completely different that happens to him in this one. Another jet is blasted off, and our beloved Falcon makes its appearance. I'm not sure whether Rey will be flying it or Poe, but I'm just happy that it's making an appearance even after Han Solo's death. I'm curious to see how Leia and Chewbacca will be reacting to it in the long run, considering what a heavy loss he is to both of them. We see Rey charging with her blue lightsaber, and then we get a visual of Kylo Ren with his own lightsaber. The cool thing is he's got a very similar scar to that of Anakin Skywalker, his grandfather. There's another visual which I think is part of the flashback wherein Kylo Ren murdered all of Luke Skywalker's students. It's connected to the bit we saw in the last year's trailer, And I think it's a very cool way to finally complete the story of what exactly led Luke Skywalker to vanish into thin air. We see Captain Phasma coming through fire and smoke, played by Gwendolyn Christie. It's unclear whether this is in the past or the present. There's more great music, great visuals, a lot of blasts. Apparently, there's going to be a huge battle in this episode. All the while, we hear Luke Skywalker mentioning that there's only one truth that he knows, and that's that the Jedi have to end. Now, that's the teaser bombshell that they dropped on us. I don't know why he thinks that. It's most probably because the Jedi cannot maintain the aforementioned balance between the light and the dark side, and it's creating a whole lot of mess for the entire galaxy. I'd really like to know what your opinions are. Please let me know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. You know the drill. See you soon.